Hey guys, this is Jeff from succeedwithjeff.com. I wanted to do a training, and this training is on funnels. Um, what are they, and why do you need one? And there's a few reasons why. Um, First and foremost, if you've been chasing your friends and family to join your home business or to potentially join your network marketing company, that warm market runs out relatively quickly. You can go on to your coworkers potentially, but again, that's really something that will dry up rather quickly. So the way I look at funnels is a way to turn, cooler prospects or cold prospects into warm market prospects, or your new warm market. And even more importantly, it's going to provide you with a group of ideal prospects. So I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint presentation. It's only one slide that I've done. And then once I go through that, I'm going to switch over to the program that I use. There's plenty of programs out there that you can use to create funnels and hook them into autoresponders, CRMs, which are customer relationship managers. I use one that's basically, provides me all the services for, in one. It's like a one-stop shop. So I don't have to go to different places to get different things. I can do it all, in one area, which, I like. I don't like to go to 5 different places to get my work done. I like to go to one place and get my work done. So I'm going to be using the program that I use. It's called MLSP, My Lead System Pro. Like I said, there's going to be other ones out there. I'm going to demo on this one because this is the one I use, so I'm familiar with it. But the training is on funnels and what they're used for and why you should have them. It's not necessarily around, the tool set. It's around the concept. All right. So let me get started here and share out my screen. Oops. Okay, so here you should see, funnels, why and how. And the why is easy because what you want to do is you want to attract ideal prospects. You want to attract the prospects that are motivated, who are likely to, put in their name and their email address because they want to see what you have. They want to see what you're offering. And believe it or not, these are prospects that are already looking for you. And if you're on my newsletter, what you would have seen in the past 3 or 4 installments of my newsletter, I went through specifically how to uncover your ideal prospect, what to look for, how to talk to them. And now we're going into where we're going to discuss, how to get them to look at your funnel and your offer. And that's really why I wanted to do the training on funnels tonight, is so that, it kind of dovetails into where I am in my newsletter. So you have your ideal prospect, and where do we want to get them? We want to get them into our funnel. So when you start a network marketing business, or you start a home business, a lot of times when you talk to the top income earners or, the leaders of those companies. They're going to go out and they're going to tell you to talk to your friends, your family, coworkers, anyone within 3 feet, arm's length. You want to talk to all those people and you want to, put them into your funnel. Now, what they consider their funnel is your list, which is, it's true. This doesn't differ from that. But basically what you're doing is you're going out there and you're trying to get people to look at what you're doing and try and make that connection, that's something that's going to benefit them. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to offer people who are looking for you something to come to your page and to put themselves into your funnel. And we do that through an offer. Now, there's plenty of different ways to do offers. I focus around offering free training, some sort of value. Sometimes I'll do my business opportunity, not so much as free training. And I'll also post motivational videos, things that have helped me in my home businesses. And I'll share those items, whether they're book reviews or motivational videos that I get off of YouTube, something that I think that has propelled me in my business that would help propel others in theirs. And that's what I use to get them to my funnel. Then I ask them to enter their name and email address to get them onto my list. Now, if they do that, that's not me trying to fit a prospect who may or may not be interested in what I'm doing into my list and into my funnel. This is a prospect that voluntarily came to me based on something I was offering, probably of value to them, and voluntarily getting on my list, giving me permission to communicate to them. So that's getting them into the yellow part of the funnel. The green part is when they become prospects. That's when they enter their name and their email, and they're giving you permission to communicate. And I do that through an autoresponder. It's another tool. And that's how I send out my newsletters, information to, people who I collect or people who go to specific offers or funnels. If I want to, laser target them with a specific communication, I can do that. And the funnel and the autoresponder allow me to automate that process. And then finally, people who get all the way through, there's a very high percentage that they will either become customers of yours or partners. So we have the ideal prospect, we have the funnel. Now, what do we do in this space? We try and bridge. We try and get the prospect to the funnel, and we do that by driving traffic. And there's a few ways that I focus on doing that. One is through social media, one is through paid ads, and one is through content. Social media is pretty self-explanatory. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, any of those social media platforms. Those are pretty much Periscope now is one that's getting a lot of attention. Those are the main social media platforms today. So you'll see me on my Facebook page. I'll provide free information, free video or videos where I'm offering free advice or free network marketing tips. And usually I'll have that a link in those that will take people to a funnel. And if they go to that funnel and they enter their name and their email, I'll usually have some sort of free training. And what I'm going to show you today is when I show you how to create a funnel and the whole nuts and bolts of the process of getting the prospect to the funnel after they put in their name and address, what I'm providing them, and then the offer. Other ways to do it are paid ads. I don't really do much with paid ads. I have run a few of them, and content. I do have a blog, succeedwithjeff.com. My blog is, I try and get there as many times as I can. I post 3 or 4 times a week. And again, it's just, information to try and help the home business owner or new network marketer, or even, there may be network marketing people who are in the business for a long time and they're still out there spamming and posting their business opportunity everywhere they get a chance to do it. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. Well, I should be, because it's bad, and I am completely guilty of it as well. So, I'm not saying anything about that. We all do it when we get started. Some people do it longer than others. My goal here is to try and help you move out of that amateur state where you're posting business opportunities and providing value for people to become attracted to you. Go to your capture page or funnel based on what you're offering them. And then if they like what they see, they'll enter their information. And now you have someone who's actually looking for you. It's not someone who you went out there and pretty much jammed your business down their throat. So, how do we create the, well, this is like the whole prospecting, recruiting process. It's ideal, finding your ideal prospect. Like I said, I went over that in my newsletter. If anybody's on here, you want to get on my newsletter, you can do that at succeedwithjeff.com. On the right-hand side, you can enter your name and email. Now, after that, if you want my historical newsletters to go through this, just let me know and I'll get those to you. Then you want to drive the traffic and you want to drive it to your funnel. So today, what I'm going to go over is I'm going to go over this part, the funnel, creating a funnel, creating that enticing offer, and then watching what the magic that happens once you get someone to put themselves, jump into your funnel, as opposed to you trying to talk them into it. So let me break out of here and go to, okay. So now I'm going to go to, I think it's this one. So here, what I'm going to do here is I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Okay. So here's, like I said, the program that I use is My Lead System Pro, and that's what I use for my funnel creation. Again, there's other programs out there. I like MLSP specifically because, like I said, it's a one-stop shop. So I'm going to take you to creating a funnel. And what I'm going to do today So here you're going to see a list of my active funnels, some draft funnels that I started at one time, never finished, or didn't have the need to finish them. So here's one that I created, Social Media Insanity. I'm going to show you this. So basically, this is one that shows you how to attract leads through Facebook. And I'm going to create a new one from scratch that basically does the same thing. So we're going to create funnel. We're going to enter a funnel name, and I'm just going to call it free Facebook training. Then we have to enter a name for our funnel URL. So I'm just going to call it Facebook training and create funnel. So now we're going to create the first page. And here I use the same name, free Facebook training. And I enter the same slug, Facebook training. Another reason why I like MLSP so much is that they provide all of these really cool templates that we can use. So I don't have to go around recreating the wheel. I can basically pick a template and customize anything I really want. So you can see here's the one I used for registration for this training. But for this one, I'm going to use an opt-in page. I'm going to use this one. I like the plain ones. Sometimes I'll do a video, which I use this one. But I'm going to use the plain one today. So use the template, save page and edit. And now I have my capture page or my funnel, first page of my funnel. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to customize the funnel to any way I want. I'm going to hide the logo. I don't really care about it. I'm going to hide the divider. Now the headline I can change. So I'm going to change this free 1 hour and 45-minute Facebook training to help you get 35 leads a day or more. Now here, I mean, I could change the bold things. You know, I typically take the word free and I'll bold that. A lot of times I'll change the color just so that it stands out a little more. And I will change this to say this training. Now here, this is what's called the form. And basically when I make a change like this, for the most part, I will save changes a lot while I'm doing this. And that's through trial and error. That's experience. So let me go here. You click on the button. Now this is my form. I don't like free lifetime access. It doesn't really say what I'm trying to present here. So I'm going to change that to give me the free training now. I'm going to save changes. Okay, so now it's going to, what do I want to do when somebody clicks the button? Well, when somebody clicks the button, I've said to them, I'm going to provide you a free training. So basically, I'm going to say, okay, go to this page, go to this URL, and now I'm going to go grab that URL, which provides them with the free training. Okay, so I'm just going to double check and make sure this is the right link. And it is. So we'll copy this. So now I'm going to put that link here. And it's completely free. It's an hour and 45-minute free training. So I'm providing the value. This is the value proposition. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to enter. So here I'm going to edit the form field. So before I get into the value proposition, I want people to provide me not only their email, but their name. And that's usually all I ask for. So now let's talk about the value proposition. The value proposition is I'm providing someone with an hour and 45 minutes of free, 100% free Facebook training, not training that I've done, but training that I have access to through. I'm not really sure where that came from. But I will look into it. I'm not really sure where that ad came from, but it didn't really thank God it wasn't anything that was obscene. So let's go back into what we were talking about, and that was the value proposition. So the value proposition is I'm offering an hour and 45-minute free Facebook training. Not something that I created, but something that I have value or I have available to me by being a mastery member of my Lead System Pro. So I'm offering that value in trade for that person's name and email address. So what do I do with that information? That information is something that I'm going to put on my list. So like I talked about earlier, I'm not looking for people who aren't a good fit for my business or my opportunity and trying to stuff them into my funnel. These are people who are coming to the offer that I'm giving and voluntarily putting themselves into my funnel and onto my list. And how do I do that? Well, I can do an integration. And basically my autoresponder is here. And I have my newsletter. And I add that here. Now, I also add one that I get for free inside MLSP. And again, it's just my newsletter. And I'll show you why. That it's not really something I'm training on tonight, but I will do a training in the future on the customer relationship manager. But I'll show you the reason why I do what this actually means. So I add those two integrations. I'll save my funnel. So what that means now is that when somebody goes here and they click this button to get to the free training and they put in their email address and their name, it's going to put them on my list, and they will now get my newsletter or any communication I want to send out to them. And I've also gotten their permission. I didn't ask them or twist their arm to get their email. They voluntarily gave it to me so that they could get the value proposition, the free training. And that's really the power and the magic behind funnels, is that we can provide value to people. We can provide a training, and all we're asking them for is their name and their email address. We get them on our newsletter. So what does that do for us as business owners? Well, that provides us, actually, let me just, that provides us a captive audience. Okay. So these are people who volunteered to be on our newsletter, and volunteered or gave us permission to communicate to them. And now they're a captive audience. And, you know, I don't mean like they're in prison, but, you know, they can unsubscribe anytime they want, but they put themselves there, and we can communicate to them in any way we want to. So if I offer a Facebook training like this one, and I'm going to publish this. So now that's published. I'm going to close the editor. I'm going to start, and I'm going to publish the funnel. So now I can go, oops. I can actually go to the page. And there you go. That's my funnel. It's that simple. And here I can put in any name I want. So we'll just put it, oh, I don't know. Let's do Bugs Bunny. And we'll put Bugs Bunny 327 at, let's choose an email that's probably nobody. We'll just do iCloud. So, okay, give me the free training now. So they put in their information. Oh, I guess this doesn't work in the preview. Oh, terrific. All right, so let's go to the URL. I'll just copy the URL. Go to. Okay, so what did I say? Bugs Bunny. And we'll put Bugs Bunny 27 at iCloud. And there you go. So now it takes you, or it takes them to the free training. So here's the free Facebook training. As you can see, it's an hour and 45 minutes. If they want to learn more about, you know, the whole process, they can click here. Here's a little bit more about me and all my social media connections. And that's it. I mean, there's not much to it. Now what I want to show you. So Bugs Bunny signed in, gave me his information. Now I'm going to show you our CRM in My Lead Systems Pro. Already you can see I have Bugs Bunny. So he's in my newest prospects list. And again, so here we go. I have his information. And I'm not going to go through all of this. This is just to show you I now captured prospect Bugs Bunny and his email address. Now I also use an autoresponder outside of the My Lead Systems Pro program. and I use Aweber. It's very simple. I love the simplicity of it. What you'll see here is if I go to subscribers, it's going to show you all. Let's put them all there. And here you'll see Bugs Bunny. And Bugs Bunny was sent a confirmation that he wants to be on my newsletter. But these are all of the people who've opted in. And I now can communicate to all of them at the same time with any kind of special offer, any kind of special training that I'm doing. If I'm giving away a bonus, I can contact all of these people all at the same time. I did not cold market prospect them. I provided them value at one point or another, and they opted in to getting on my newsletter. They provided me their information to be on my list. So that's what I use. This is my autoresponder. This is how I email. I'm going to do a training on autoresponders as well. That's just not tonight. So this was the training page. And now if I wanted to go in here and I wanted to change something on this page, I could do that as well. I could change this. I could change the color, whatever I wanted to do. It's just as simple as, saving the change and then publishing the change. And then I can close the editor, come back, grab the URL, go to the URL, and just like that, the new page is ready. So we'll close this. Now, what else I could do is if I wanted to add, say, a thank you page, I could do that, or a sales page. So I provide the free training, and then I could come and I could say, okay, let's do a sales page. So here what I can do is do a Facebook training, and I think it was called Facebook Social Media Insanity. So that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to save page and edit. Now here, what I could do is I could create a video and do a video of me describing what I'm trying to offer. I could also grab a video of, one of my friends or colleagues who may be able to describe it much better than I have, and I could use their video. And here I would just click, I could make, like I said, I can change this text to be whatever I want. We could say limited time, buy now, or whatever. I mean, you can make it whatever you want. Now, what's nice is after they click this button, we could, we'll put in another URL. It would be to a training page. And then we would just save the changes. I'm not going to publish this one. I'm going to close the editor. But what I could do is then I could link this page to this page. I'm not going to do that now because what I offered here was free training. I wasn't offering a capture page to capture a name and email address to go to a sales page. I certainly could do that. I typically will give away something of value first and then provide, a full-blown course later on. So that is my Facebook training funnel. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to open up a couple of my other funnels so you can see, how I use them. So when I send people to my newsletter, I send them to jeffreylanny.com/newsletter. And where that goes is here. And I'll show you what these look like. So when somebody hits this page, this is going to be a video of me. So now when somebody puts in their name, their email address, and their phone number, which is optional, they click sign me up. That adds them to my autoresponder list. It adds them to that CRM within MLSP that I was talking about. And it will bring them to this page. And this is my thank you page. And that's it. And I do that. I like to personalize a lot of my pages with little short videos, basically a welcome and basically a thank you. I've done a couple other ones. I'm going to show you one other one that I did, and then I'm going to close this out. I know it's only 40 minutes, but tonight is a night where there's another very important webinar that's going on at 9 o'clock. I want to give people a chance to, if they're going to attend the Deep Abyss, which is a crazy valuable mindset call, that if you're, listening to this live, or if you're listening to the recording, you could sign up for the Deep Abyss, which is a mindset call. It's only once a month. It's the third Thursday of every month. It's typically well, I don't even want to give a time frame around it because it's only once a month. The call really goes on for as long as we need to cover everything that everybody wants to talk about. So I won't say that it's typically an hour of content and an hour of discussion, because there's times where it goes well beyond an hour. But if you're interested in that, you can get more information on that at jeffreylanny.com/the deep abyss. So that's just happens to be this Thursday. So I am going to cut this a little short. I just want to show you one other funnel that I use. And this was one of the first ones I did for my newsletter. And this one is one that I let off with a personal video. And after the personal video, if the visitor opted in, which many of them did, they got a motivational video that I found very inspiring when I got started in the network marketing industry. A lot of times we get paralysis because of all the fire hose of information that's coming at us. And I like this 20-minute video. So that was my introduction video on my capture page. People put in their name and email address, because they're interested in seeing, the 20-minute video that I was talking about. And that takes them to this page. So that's an 18, 20-minute video. And then if they click the link, it would take them to another page. This doesn't, because it's a preview, where it shows them the system that I'm using. So that's the funnels. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back on live. So basically what I wanted to close out the call with. So I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of the prospecting process, identifying your ideal prospect. I will do a training on that specifically soon. But like I said, I covered that in pretty good detail in my newsletter. The last four installments. I broke it down piece by piece. And if you want to get on that, go to succeedwithjeff.com, opt into my newsletter, send me a response to, you'll get one canned email. It's the first one. It's welcoming you to my newsletter. And then what's going to happen is I write my own newsletters each and every time. They're not canned, especially for my warm market. So opt into that. You can respond to that one. Let me know that you want to receive the newsletters that you've missed. And I'll send you a link where you can get all of the newsletters from the first one to the next one I send out. So we'll go through that. I'll also be doing trainings and blogging on how to drive traffic. So I'll be doing training on how I use Facebook, how I use Twitter, how I use Instagram. And if you follow me on any of those platforms, usually in my links, in my profile, I provide free training documentation. So if you click a link, again, it's going to lead you to a funnel, but put in your name and your email address and get the free training. I mean, it's like I said, you can always unsubscribe from the newsletter. I don't think that you will. I provide really good value, tips and tricks on how I handle and do my online marketing. And finally, we went through the funnels, how I use funnels. I've created a funnel. I can go into more depth with that. But what I wanted to do is, like I explained, I use My Lead Systems Pro. I personally believe that it's the best marketing tool out there for home business owners, network marketers, even small traditional business owners. It's unbelievable what you get for your subscription. And there's more to come. So right now you get unbelievable trainings. You get trainings that you can give away. You get trainings that teach you how to effectively market. There's trainings on how to do live webinars. There's just so much in this tool that's free from a knowledge perspective. And then we get it into the tools that they provide, which is one, the funnelizer, which I just demoed for you, the CRM, which is the customer relationship management. Now, I work in corporate America for many, many years now. And I can tell you that some of the platforms that those businesses use can't even touch what we get in the CRM that's included for free within My Lead System Pro. And I'm talking about stuff like Salesforce, like Siebel. There are a couple of other ones that aren't around anymore from when I got started. I mean, companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to license these tools, and we get them for free with our subscription. It's crazy. And that's not it. very, very soon, for no additional cost, at least at this time that I'm aware of, they're going to be releasing a program called MLSP Sites, which is going to provide you an in-house hosted blog with your membership. So I can tell you right now, succeedwithjeff.com is a blog that I built, that I pay to have hosted. And I had to integrate into my funnels, into my autoresponder, and all of that's going to be done for me in the future simply by moving my blog from its location into My Lead System Pro when they release sites. Now, there's two things that's really great about that. One, again, I'm going to come back to this. One-stop shop for everything. My blog, my funnels, my training programs. The only thing that's not in there that I use is an autoresponder, because I used Aweber before. So I kept Aweber. But if you don't have an autoresponder, there's certainly one available to you within My Lead System Pro until you're ready to maybe use something that's a little more advanced. I love Aweber, and I can provide you information on Aweber. I can help you set that up if that's something that you wanted to do going forward. But that's just another value proposition from my subscription with My Lead System Pro. So on the right-hand side of the screen, you should see an offer that I'm providing to people who watch this training. And the first 5 people who watch this training and decide to opt in to the My Lead System Pro Mastery trial for 10, it's a risk-free 10-day test drive, fully functional My Lead System Pro Mastery level. You opt into that, and the first 5 people who opt in and then become mastery members. So you go through the trial and you say, you know what? This is exactly what I need to take my business to the next level. This is going to provide me training. It's going to provide me marketing tools. It's going to provide me access to some of the top online marketers in every niche you can think of: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SEO, blogging, attraction marketing, mindset, everything that you could think of. It's there. And if you decide to opt in and as a mastery member after your trial runs out, for the first 5 people who I see roll over their trial into a mastery member, I will provide you 2 hours of coaching, free coaching, and I will help you in those 2 hours go through My Lead System Pro and get you all set up. Now, if you want to skip the trial, you could certainly do that too. You can go in, you can get the trial, you can look around. If you sign up for Mastery or upgrade to Mastery, we'll go right away. And I'll take you through how to use My Lead System Pro, where everything is. But I'm going to do that for the first 5 people who upgrade into Mastery. I will provide you that 2 hours free coaching. I will also provide you 30 minutes every month free coaching for 1 year. Now, those are for mastery levels. So if you get in, you're a mastery member, I will provide you that free coaching, a minimum of 30 minutes. I say 30 minutes. I got to tell you, I'm pretty generous. If we're working on something and it goes over 30 minutes, I'm not going to cut it off. But I can guarantee you free 30 minutes, whether it's via Skype or phone call or however we have to do it, Google Hangout, we'll go through all of that. I'll provide that training as well. So minimum 30 minutes a month. I guarantee you the first month that you're in, we're going to do 2 hours, whether you want to do 2 hours straight or you want to divide it up into 4 half-hour sessions, whatever fits your schedule, we'll work that out. But I'm telling you now, this is only going to be for the first 5 people who sign up based on this training to a mastery level. Now, you don't have to do that right away. Like I said, you can take the 10-day trial. If it's not for you, you can send support an email and request your money back. Or if you feel you got some value, great. If you want to stay and upgrade because you think this is exactly what you're looking for, do that. And then let me know. I'll make sure you were one of the first 5, and then we'll go from there. So I really hope that everybody takes advantage of this trial. Take advantage of signing up for MLSP Mastery. You're not going to regret it. The access you get to top marketers, the access you get to me, the access you get to tools. And again, I'm going to harp on it. One-stop shop. Everything's included in that subscription. The only thing I use outside of My Lead System Pro is Aweber because I like the ease of use of the autoresponder, and it's something that I've used. So to me, since I was able to integrate it easily, that's what I decided to do. So I hope everyone got value out of this. Have a great night. I look forward to talking to you again in future trainings. And 5 minutes left if you're watching this live, or if it happens to be the 3rd Thursday of the month, we have the Deep Abyss mindset call. It's kicking off in 5 minutes. If you want to know more about it, or you want to register and sign up to attend, go to jeffreylanny.com/thedeepabyss. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and I will look forward to doing future trainings with you. Have a good night and take care.